Hi everyone, Shane here from Motorcycles and Things. As you've just seen before the video started, it's not a drone flying day today. I think it's wind speeds of 25 miles an hour. It's pretty wild, my back garden. So I thought, since I've got so many watches, I'll do another watch review. And the wife says if I could get 5 likes, she'll treat me to a time grapher. And I meant to buy a time grapher a couple of times, and then it fell into the back of my mind and I forgot all about it. So today it's going to be this watch here. I'll turn the camera around in a moment. The Bulova Field Watch. I don't know how well you're seeing it, or if you can see it at all, but I'll turn the camera around in a moment. The Bulova Field Watch. This is not the hack. It looks exactly the same more or less as the hack that Bulova also make. That's the automatic watch. This is a battery powered quartz watch. I've owned it about 9 or 10 days. I paid £100 for it in a sale. I think it was around about £200, but H. Samuel had a sale on, and I've been looking at this watch every weekend as I passed the shop window, for it caught my eye every time. It's the only watch I wanted. So when it was on sale for £100, I went in and bought it. And I've had it on continually on my wrist for about 6 days. Wore it to work every day. Fantastic. But I'll spin the camera around so you can see it. And remember, if you give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If I get five thumbs up, the wife's going to buy me a time grapher. So that might be the next review. Not that I know totally how you work one, but I'll spin the camera around. Right, full disclosure on this video. When I said spin the camera around, shortly afterwards, halfway through me yattering on showing you the watch, my battery died on this. I'm not very impressed with this camera, this DJI Pocket 2. Great camera, but it seems to have its flaws, and the Wi-Fi disconnected all 5 or 6 times during the film, and it's been a bit of a pain. That won't happen today because I bought a phone holder for it. That's my air freshener. Yeah, that won't happen today because I bought a phone holder for it, and I'm not using the Wi-Fi. I'm using the built-in microphones, but all that, what I've just said, is for another video. Getting back to the watch, and a few things to come clean about here. I was going to try and fuse the 2 bits of video together to make it look like one. So first of all, I'm wearing the Seiko 5. You would have noticed, the eagle-eyed people, I actually had a Citizen watch with an orange strap. That's the first giveaway. The second thing, or the second reason I'm wearing this watch, remember the thumbs up business, 5 of these. Well, last night the wife did a late night order job on Amazon, and here it is. I don't normally do unboxings. I'll say here it is. It could be a brick in there, because about a year ago I ordered a watch from Amazon, and when I opened the box there was nothing in there. Bit like when I was a child and my mum bought me an Action Man for Christmas, and I opened the box and there was nothing in there. She said, "Oh, I got you the deserter model. He's already left." Anyway, for anybody who wishes to see this, I like to get it on video, opening boxes these days. I think unboxings are actually absolutely boring, but it's come all the way from China, this has. It's been through many people's hands, vans, cargo ships, etc. So it's been bashed and chucked about. As you can tell from the edge of the box, it's a bit dented there. But for my proof, when I open a box, if there happens to be a brick in it weighing it down, or the actual thing, the item is in there but it's in 3 pieces, then I've got a bit of proof or evidence if I need it. So that's for at the end of the video. I will now spin the camera around and show you the Bulova watch. Right, first things first, let's weigh the watch, because I'm sure somebody's going to ask me how many grams is it. So here goes. On said strap, the watch, 58 grams. A little lightweight, just like me. Right, let's get some measurements. the crown, what am I on about? Right, take two, let's get some measurements. Now I believe, hopefully you can see all this. 37.2, so do it again. 37.5. 37.5 from the edge to the crown. 40.9. Lug to lug, this is normally where I struggle. Lug to lug measurement 46.8, but it wears, I think it wears quite not too bad on wrist. 46.7. Strap width 18, and it has, I'm not going to be able to show you this, I'll have to take a photo, but it does have a signed, it says Bulova on the actual clasp, but it's that tiny that I can barely see it with my eyes, and there's no way, I don't think this camera's going to pick it up. I wouldn't have thought, can't zoom in any more than that. But to conclude this watch, it really is a lovely watch, and I'm glad I bought it. Now it's got the tuning fork logo on the crown there. I think it's water resistant to, I think it's 10 meters, but I didn't buy it for its water resistance. Obviously splashes, stuff like that, it'll be okay for. Push pull crown, no date. It's got the 24-hour dial on the inside. Let's get the reflections away. And then obviously the 12-hour ones on the outside, and it has got loom. I'll put a loom style shot in there. The loom isn't fantastic. I think of all my watches, the watch I had on at the start of this video, the loom on that is unbelievable. I haven't even seen a Seiko to match that one. It's the best loom I've ever seen on a watch. It's unbelievable. I'm not a loom man. I don't wear watches to bed. I can't see without my glasses. I wouldn't be able to tell what time it is anyway. So it's neither here nor there to me, but I know it is to some people. But right, that's the watch. It comes on a NATO style strap, and I must say this now. This is the softest, supplest, loveliest, I'm not exaggerating, leather that I've ever felt in my entire life on this strap. It's so soft and flexible. You'd have to feel it and wear the watch to believe what I'm telling you. I'm not exaggerating this. It really is. How durable it's going to be over long term. Whether it, I have seen leather watch straps in the past that crack and then they split after you know, using over several years. But me having quite a few watches, I don't tend to wear one day in day out, as it were. I have to keep cycling them because there's no point having the watches in my world. If you're not going to wear the thing, there's no point owning it. But that's just me. Everybody's different. We're all individuals. What does that say on the back? It says Japan movement, China band, water resistant. I'm reading this out because I'm not sure if you can pick it up with the light reflecting. Stainless steel. Screw case back. Very nice watch. Like I say, from the day I bought it till very recently, I haven't took it off my wrist, and only to go to bed at night. It's a fantastic piece of equipment for me anyway. But I hope you like that watch video, and let me know if I forgot to mention anything. I'm sure I haven't, but generally I do now and again. Let's get on to this unboxing. If anybody's interested in seeing a time grapher by somebody who's never used one or actually seen one in the flesh before, here it comes. Right then, let's proceed to open the box. I will probably fast forward this, put it in high speed motion so you don't have to endure the boring aspect of opening boxes. So let's go. Turn my music down as well. That's it. Feel nice weight. Bin box. This microphone stand, well, to strap your watch onto, is quite heavy. I'm surprised how heavy that is. And this multi-function time grapher instruction, it's the weishi, I presume you pronounce it weishi, the weishi number 1000. That's not the one the wife ordered. I was about to say you get these instructions on the time grapher even when it's a different name, because apparently this comes as probably 3 different names that I've seen so far, but it's basically all the internals are identical, and it obviously comes from China. But let's get it kicked into action. I'll do some more fast forwarding here while I open all the bits and link it up, and then I'll take my watch off now. I'll be interested to see how well or good or bad this Seiko 5 watch is doing. I bought this watch. Let me see if I can focus this camera for a start off. I bought this watch about 4 or 5 years ago when I was on my holiday, when I went down to see my son on the east coast near Yarmouth where he lives. I bought this from a jeweller's. I wore this watch as a daily driver to work. I'm a handyman, caretaker. I've done all sorts with this. I've tried to look after it and be careful, but I've absolutely done all sorts with this watch. Drilling holes into walls, putting shelves up, you name it. It's had lots of vibration, and it's the classic old what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. The movement inside, the main engine if you like, is the one they fitted into the diver's watch. 7S26 I think it is. 7S26 movement. So that's that'll be a good one to try first of all on my time grapher. Once I've sussed on how to use it. Of course, I've never touched one in my entire life. Never seen one in the flesh before either. But I thought anybody who is into the watches, automatic or manual wind watches, it's a good idea to see how your watch is working. You know, don't wear it for a week to discover that it's losing 10 minutes. Alright, fast forward bit. Oh, let's lower the camera down a little bit. There we go. Right, I was watching somebody's video that says on this metal part here where it clamps the watch in, it's a good idea to put some tape, masking tape or some form of tape around there to protect the watch from being scratched. So for this one instance I will do it very carefully with my watch. It has got a few little marks on it already. Well, let's plug it in and see what happens, shall we? Power. And also, if you buy one of these, apparently some come in the UK. We use 3-pin plugs, 220 volts, but some of them actually get delivered with a 2-pin, like a razor style. So you'll need an adapter or cut the plug off and wire a normal house plug to it. But just to mention, I've got one just in case. Right, that's the first time it's ever been plugged in. I don't know if you can see this on the screen because I can't see it. Let's adjust the brightness of my camera. Alright, let's bring this a bit closer, move that out of the way. Beat rate auto detect. Put that there. Get it in frame. Now how can I darken this? Let's darken it. That's it. Hopefully I might be able to see what's going on now a bit better. Well, we'll put the watch there. Give it a little shake. Shake, shake, because you can't wind this watch up. I think, is it the lift angle's 53 degrees on this, but the time grapher is 52. Is it standard? Oh, that's that. Apart from the wind howling round in the background. I never told it to start. Did it automatic? So it's got a beat error of 1 millisecond, 52 degrees, 21,600 beats per hour. The amplitude's 279, I believe that's okay. Plus 1 second a day at the moment. Now it's settled down +2. We'll see how consistent it is. Yeah, I'm not too, I don't think that's too bad. +2 seconds a day. I'm going to be interested to see what the Russian Vostok amphibia is going to be. I'll pause the video and I'll stick the Vostok on there and see how good or bad that one is. I'm pretty impressed with that. That's acceptable. Stop that. Right, I've just changed watches. This one's not the correct time. The Vostok amphibia is one I've owned for, I don't know, about 6 months. I've not wore it many times. It hasn't had a lot of use. It's sat in the watch box, you know, stopped as it were. But I'll give this a try, see what happens. Ooh. Now I haven't set the lift, the degrees of lift on this, because I don't know what it should be, you know. So it's 52, so that may cause an inaccuracy. But 19,800 beats per hour. That's running a lot slower, beating a lot slower than the Seiko, and that's steadied down now to 10 seconds a day. Amplitude of 355 degrees and 0.1 millisecond. That's not too bad. In fact, that's better than the Seiko, the beat error. So +11, but of course that's not how I wear a watch, so I'll spin it round. It's very rare you're going to be sat in that position if you're walking around with a watch on your wrist. It's more likely to be somewhere around this angle. Hang on, get it round again. It's more likely to be at that angle with the crown facing to the floor. Didn't realise my camera had gone off there. Decided to change its position. I do apologise for that. Hopefully you can see that. So now it's had a bit of time to settle down in that position, plus 4 seconds a day, 316 degrees amplitude, beat error 0.1 milliseconds, 19,800 beats per hour. That one's not too bad either. I won't bore you going through all my watches, but at some point I will go through all my watches, because You never know if you've got a bad one, do you? Plus 1 second a day. Impressive. A cheap Vostok amphibia that I paid about £120 for about 6 months ago, before all this war business took off in Russia and Ukraine. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I'm trying to reduce the length of them. Originally it would have been quite short, or much shorter, but obviously I didn't realise I was going to have this unboxing to do. So any comments, likes, dislikes, what have you, put in the comments box below. Till my next one, this has been Shane from Motorcycles and Things. Take care everybody, till the next one. Bye for now.